Yeah, so welcome to this graduation ceremony. We are happy to have you here as our guest today. Thank you for joining us. And so we're going to kickstart with the showcase. So we've been on this journey for 7 days, 5 days of classes, of intensive classes, and 2 days of working on our project, right? And within 7 days, we've been able to achieve so much. Of course, this does not mean that these 7 days are inexhaustive, like we've learned everything that we need to learn. We have just actually laid a foundation. And so going forward, we have something to build on. We have something to build on, right? So you're welcome. And thank you so much for joining us today. We are so happy to have you here. I think we have another guest in our midst. Thank you so much, Eniola, for joining us today. We appreciate and celebrate you. Thank you for being here. All right, so we're going to start off with our one of our projects. So even the participants who did the project is not yet here, but we're just going to go ahead with it. It's an Igbo short story, and he had to record this. And the reason he had to do this is we are grooming him to build or carve a niche in that area because this is his strength. So basically, when it comes to narration and being in this space, it is better to recognize your strength and capitalize on it first while working on your weaknesses, because it's such a huge industry out there. And you don't want to put your weak foot forward. You want to put your best foot forward, your strongest foot forward. And that is what we have advised him to do. And that is what he did. All right. So I'm going to play his project now. Listen and yes, feel free, listen, and then you're going to give us feedback. I don't speak Igbo, so I really don't understand Igbo, even though I have an idea of what the story is talking about. But I mean, it would be nice for people who speak Igbo here. Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Bralade. Thank you. All right, so we're going to listen to that. So if you speak Igbo here, just give us feedback based on what you heard. And then, we can take it from there and give Ebube his feedback as well. And then we can get better together. Thank you so much.
Akụkọ onye isi, onye mbibi, ogbenye na eze. Otu nwoke onye isi nọ n'obodo ọ mara ọfụma oge okwu Uganne dakwasara ya. Ọ gara na be eze obodo ahụ wee yọọ ya nri. Eze nyere ya ji na anụ, o wee were obi aṅụrị pụọ. Mana tupu ọ pụọ, eze nyere ya ndụmọdụ gwa ya ka ọ ghara ịgwa onye ọbụla na e nyere ya nri. Ọ pụwara wee wuo onye ngwuru bụ onye oke agụụ ji. Wee gwa ya ka ọ gaa na nke eze ka ọ nata ya ihe oriri. Onye ngwuru gakwuru eze wee yọọ ya nri. O were nri. O kwuru na ọ bụ onye isi gwara ya. Eze were ji na anụ nye ya ka o si n'onye isi. O nyekwara ya otu ndụmọdụ ahụ. Ozugbo nje, onye ngwuru were ji nwayọọ wee laa. Ọ gatụrụ n'ụzọ wee hụ onye ogbenye, malite kwuwe n'olu ike, gakwuru eze maka oke nke gị, ọ na-enyere ndị nwere nsogbu. Ogbenye gakwuru eze wee yọọ ya oke nke ya. Eze jụrụ ya, onye gwara ya na ọ na-enye ndị mmadụ nri? O kwuru na ọ bụ onye ngwuru. Eze nyere ya iyi ka o si n'onye ngwuru, wee gwakwa ya ihe ọ gwara onye ngwuru. Ogbenye pụwara wee wuo onye ohi. Onye ohi yọrọ ya gwa ya ebe o nwetara ji na anụ, mana ogbenye ekweghị. Onye ohi gakwuru eze ka o nye ya nri. Eze jụrụ ya onye ọ hụrụ n'ụzọ. Ọ gwara ya na ọ bụ onye ngwuru. Eze jụrụ ya ma o nwere ihe ọ gwara ya. Ọ sị mba. Ọ gwara ya gaa n'ụlọ onye isi na onye ngwuru zuo ihe ha nwere. Eze gwakwara ya hapụ onye ogbenye ka ha ghara ikpe ya n'aka ya. eze gwara ya hapụ ogbenye ka ha ghara ikpe ya n'aka eze. Onye ohi zuru ihe onye isi, ma onye isi ahụghị ya. Zụọ ihe onye ngwuru, ma onye ngwuru enweghị ike iso ya. Ọ bụrụ na o zuru ihe ogbenye, ogbenye ga-ekpe ya n'aka eze.
Thank you. Please, virtual round of applause for Ebube. I really, really wish I understood quite well. Please, if you want to, you can unmute your mic and give us feedback from what you've heard. Anybody wants to comment? Yes, please, we can hear.
Okay. It's a story about a king, a layman, and a poor man. So I think apparently the king, like, he was wealthy and came in contact, or the blind man came in contact with him, and the king blessed him with some good fortune and gave an order, do not tell anyone. But when he steps out there, he tells the next person, which was a layman. And the layman came around as well. And the king gave him some things and said, don't tell anyone. And he went to tell a poor man. And when the poor man was leaving, a thief saw him and he disclosed the information as well. So when he came to the king to get his own portion, the king asked him, who did you see? He said it was the poor man. Did he tell you anything? He said no. So he said, go back to the blind man and the layman and steal from them, because if you steal from the poor man, he's going to report you to me. And he just meant, like, if you reported him, he was going to also lose what he had stolen. So I think that was an ironical way of saying go back, since they flouted his rules. But I'm also trying to know why it was the poor man that asked, that told him to go there. So I was wondering why he was exempted. So I think that's just what the story is talking about.
Yeah, but now what's your feedback for Ebube? Did he do justice to the story? You know, what can you tell him to do better and all of that?
Oh, I think, okay, the name, the pronunciation of the layman is Nguro, but he was cutting it short. At some point, it didn't sound like the name when I listened before. And it was okay. It sounded like I was listening to an Igbo news, or I can't really describe right now.
Okay, thank you.
But it was okay because I could understand, and he just made it. He narrated, I think, in a simple way. Most people would understand what he's saying. Somehow it sounded like he was not so fluent either with some of the words, or he was not so fluent in reading it. That's it. But overall, it was good. I listened before, and when I listened initially, I was reading it alongside, so I understood perfectly what he was saying. And now when I was listening, I was also reading, so I understood. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Ebube, okay, I think his network has thrown him out, so we're going to give him that feedback so that he knows when he's narrating next time. You need to familiarize with the content of it before you start to record. But of course, this was a last minute project for him, so that he gave it a shot at all. In fact, kudos to him on that he took up the mantle and did it. So I celebrate him so much. Thank you so much, Ebube. All right, the next work we're going to be playing is by our delectable Burrow.
Just something for Ebube.
Okay, yes, please.
Yeah, I really, like Michelle said, I felt like I was listening to the news. So that just means for me, it sounded really professional. So that's plus. It sounds believable. If you were to call and be like, "Oh, I narrate stories, and this is my sample," it would be a very good portfolio, something to add to his portfolio. Yeah. But when Michelle started explaining the story, I started hearing like it sounded more newsy than story-ish. So in terms of narration, putting some, life in the voice so that it shows emotion, even if you don't understand the language, you can have an idea how, it flows, whether they're before the king or they're talking to the poor man, that voice inflection. Yeah, because I know sometimes when we want to sound professional, it comes out monotonous.
Yeah.
I would say a very good work.
All right.
Well done, Ibu.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ma Ebube. You got it there. So please, please, please. So basically, we know that you have work to do now in the delivery part of it. But of course, you already know, at least for now, you know a place to start at. Like you're good at speaking Igbo, you can just as well stay in that niche and begin to grind there because there are not many people in that space, right? So you can begin to grind in that space, but just sort of remember all the things that we've talked about during narration and inflections and just interpreting the script to bring it alive in a story. All right, thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to play the next project now, and this one is by Beryl. It's a familiar story we all know, so let's enjoy.
Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. Advice from a caterpillar. The caterpillar and Alice looked at each other for some time in silence. At last, the caterpillar took the hookah out of its mouth and addressed her in a languid, sleepy voice. "Who are you?" said the caterpillar. This was not an encouraging opening for a conversation. Alice replied rather shyly, I hardly know, sir, just at present. At least I know who I was when I got up this morning, but I think I must have changed several times since then. What do you mean by that? Said the caterpillar sternly. Explain yourself. I can't explain myself, I'm afraid, sir, said Alice, because I'm not myself, you see. I don't see, said the caterpillar. I'm afraid I can't put it more clearly, Alice replied very politely, for I can't understand it myself to begin with, and being so many different sizes in a day is very confusing. It isn't, said the caterpillar. Well, perhaps you haven't found it so yet, said Alice, but when you have to turn into a chrysalis, you will someday, you know, and then after that into a butterfly, I should think you'll feel a little queer, won't you? Not a bit, said the caterpillar. Well, perhaps your feelings may be different, said Alice. All I know is it would feel very queer to me. You, said the caterpillar contemptuously. Who are you? Which brought them back again to the beginning of the conversation. Alice felt a little irritated by the caterpillars making such very short remarks, and she drew herself up and said very gravely, I think you ought to tell me who you are first. Why? Said the caterpillar. Here was another puzzling question, and as Alice could not think of any good reason, and as the caterpillar seemed to be in a very unpleasant state of mind, she turned away. Come back, the caterpillar called after her. I've something important to say. This sounded promising, certainly. Alice turned and came back again.
Please, a round of applause for Beryl. All right, so what feedback do we have for Beryl? That was Alice in the Wonderland story. Any feedback for her?
It's to me, I think it's such a great delivery, the narration and character playing. I think she did impressively well with the character playing as a changing the voices and all of that. Well done. That was great.
Thank you. Any other person? You?
Okay, it was amazing. I felt like I was watching a cartoon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah. When I listen to it, I'm like, okay, all right. I just love the play of voice, the play of character and the maintaining of it. Of course, this is a short story and it's important. So if you can capture it in a short story, you can always get into that act of remembering. But when you're doing a very long story, you have to really, really remember which tone you're using for which character, right? So it's a lot of work, but well done, Beryl. Thank you for putting that through. That was really good. Thank you. All right, and to the main, to the main project, which was the whole group putting heads together to do this one. It's an excerpt from the book A Line in the Sand by one of us, Bralade Koroye Minanjo. And this was a story, one of the stories from the book. It is called, if I just listen to it and you hear me, If It Were Me Syndrome, right? So you listen to this one. This is a bit lengthy, just about a couple of minutes. So please listen and enjoy, okay? Sorry.
If It Were Me Syndrome, a short story excerpt from A Line in the Sand, written by Bralade Koroye Emenanjo, narrated by participants from the audiobook bootcamp with Energetic EJ.
My name is Nadia. I'm a businesswoman and mother to 2 super amazing children, and until recently, wife to Kenneth. No one who walks alone gets very far in life, you see. We all need someone. Anyone who would always have our backs and be our solace when the storm comes. Well, I have mine in my smart, crazy, multifaceted, and loyal soul sisters. You see, status, religion, and ethnicity are the least of our worries. In fact, it adds a distinct and special flavor to our friendship. We all attended the same secondary school at the Federal Government Girls College, Apuloma. Back then, the Unity schools were the melting pot of Nigeria, with students from virtually every state in the nation. It was a cultural feast, as well as the making of young minds and eternal friendships. The kinds forged through being there, through trials and triumphs in life stages. We were not just classmates in Mrs. Nwoswagu's class, we were housemates in the same dormitory, Lavender House. With the advent of messenger groups, we found ourselves again and carried on our sisterhood through BlackBerry and now WhatsApp. We share and we care. We laugh and then cry. We rant, but also encourage. We hail and we yap, and sometimes we even judge. One thing is for sure, all advice we share is from our perspectives, and it takes a discerning person to sift through the "if it were me" words of wisdom. Bring one problem to the group, and the responses are as unique and outrageous as each individual. This last year has been particularly difficult for me, but my community was my safety and a large part of my healing. I have been through the storm, but I was not alone, no. My soul sisters were there to see me get through unscathed. These are from the chats we shared from when I first found out my husband was cheating. 6 months ago. Sisters, I'm so devastated. I think Kenneth is cheating on me. I saw some text messages on his phone where he was chatting and sexting with a lady. I feel like my heart is torn from my chest. I don't know who else to turn to. I don't know what to do.
God forbid, oh Nadia. We reject it in the name of Jesus. The devil is trying to destroy families, not when God is on the throne. Have you been praying and fasting specifically for your husband? Look, we are the ones who build them up. We will settle these things spiritually. I joined with you in prayer this morning to build a hedge around your home. The battle is the Lord's.
Mary, what did concern God inside again? Was it a threesome with God? Look, let me tell you, men are dogs. If not for children, who will marry them? That is why I always tell all of you to have exit plans. Do you have your vex money? If not, start arranging yourself sharp. Make man no carry you see road. I don't trust any man, and neither should you. My sister Nadia, clean your house and let's begin to plan so you won't be caught off guard.
Lagos girls, in the Deca, they are not dogs. It is the Jezebels that won't let them rest. The temptation is just too much. See single women every day, dressing skimpily and flirting without shame. Even married women, they are not safe. From bank to work, even to church, they are everywhere. This is why I don't let any woman near my husband, not even his sister. I don't trust anybody.
What is happening here? Why am I just seeing this? Kenneth the Chris? What rubbish. We go bust in brain for here. Have you broken his windscreen? That's to do strong thing. Men only listen to a crazy woman. Bukola, weak Jezebels. Any Lagos girl that comes after my husband, I go beat shege come off from her head. Nadia, my love, I have told you before that you're too calm. My sister, Bele, but don't cry too much. Let's go and handle business. Where does the prostitute live? I am coming with you.
Huh? Don't do that one, no. Please. Even you're too violent. This advice is all good. Let's all calm down. You're a married woman. Beating her or disrespecting your husband will only expose your shame for the world to see. My sister Nadia, look, let me tell you, everybody has their own, but nobody will tell you. If I'm not your friend, I will not tell you the truth. Single mother life is hard. How will you cope? Will you let one small girl win? Everything is packaging. Just ignore and move on. For the sake of your children. At the end of the day, that's what matters.
In your bone, thank you for calling calm. Let's be coming down. At the end of the day, we have to be introspective and reflect. Nadia, I am not saying this to hurt you, but Kenneth has been faithful these 4 years you have been married, and he never cheated. So why now? What is happening in your home and in your marriage that is causing him to go outside? Is he getting enough sex and attention? Or have the children taken over your time? Remember, he is a man who needs attention. I will advise you ignore that text and kill him with love. Serve him good food and perform in the other room. He will soon forget the other woman.
Nadia, are you okay? Please take care of you. You come first. Take a couple of days off if you need to. We are here for you. Please don't listen to any advice that does not resonate with you. So sisters have come again. Can we just be there for Nadia at this time? All this advice safe. Nadia, at the end of the day, you will make the right decision for you and your children that will give you peace of mind. So sorry you have to go through this. Warm hugs and squeezes.
2 months ago. Sisters, I'm done. I'm leaving Kenneth. The cheating has become unbearable. Yesterday, I walked in on him in our bedroom with our neighbor. Thank God the children were not back from school. I just came to pick up some goods from my store. The humiliation is too much. I don't think I can continue.
Sister Nadia, endure. It's always darkest before dawn. You can get through this. God knows why he exposed him to you so he can stop. Please, give no place to the devil. There is nothing God cannot do. If only we stay in the place of faith and prayer, we will receive our breakthrough. Remember again, your two beautiful kids. Do you want them to grow up without a father?
No, Mary. I don't want them to grow up with an unfaithful and irresponsible example of a father. Have we not been praying together all these months, yet he has gotten worse? He has broken his word too many times, yet he even goes to church more than me. The Bible says to watch and pray. Let me be praying for him from afar and watch to see if any change before we can talk about reconciliation.
Nadia, I'm so sorry you had to see that. It is not easy to see another woman weep where you sow. Please, focus on the enemy. Those girls are the enemies. Maybe if you can move on to another part of Lagos or even another state, the temptation won't be that bad. I don't believe Kenneth is a bad man. Maybe it is his weakness. Again, keep shielding him. Delete all the numbers from his phone and monitor him. Don't abandon your home because of these Jezebels. You have to put in a lot into this marriage.
Bukola, did they all rape him? Or is he the finest man in Lagos? 4 different girls now that I know of in the last 1 year. Did they all rape him? I am tired of accusing the girls. He is the common denominator. If Lagos girls want him, let them take, please. I will not spend the rest of my days as a detective with the person who I should trust the most. I cannot fight. They can have him.
See, my baby doll Chapo. Sis, that's what I was trying to tell you. These men will enjoy your youth and spit you out, like Udara said. I hope you have arranged yourself. Don't tell him how much you are making, your secret bank account. I just didn't look as you did before. Please change all those landed property to your name.
Jide, I'm telling you, I want to talk to my lawyer and see what I can do, because God knows I did not marry Kenneth for his money. Marriage was not a business for me. I refused to have to lie to him or hide any money. When I married him, he was a pauper. Now the money is rolling in, his character is out of the window. No one can talk to him. Well, thankfully, we both own the company together. The children and I should be okay. I just hope the courts rule speedily so we can discuss assets. No amount of money will help me get used to cheating.
Me no understand you. Now you make I lie for it, girls, because with the craze. I begged you that I want to carry this fight, but you refused. You can't be too gentle in this life. People will walk over you. Shall tell me what you want. If you want to stay, we can handle business. And if you want to leave, everything in that house must first be broken to pieces. Nadia, you are too nice. You don't deserve this at all.
Evie, you know me. I don't have power. Fight, oh, I can't fight. Even shout, I can't shout anymore. I cannot live in a war zone. If Kenneth is done, there is no need to fight for him.
Wayo, when did you not mention this all these months? I thought you have found his mumu button again. Nadia, are you sure? We can still try some things. Let's not give up. There's still Kayamata and Tiger Nut. Does he still eat at home? In fact, I will pay for spa, hair, and nails for you. When he sees you, he will forget everything. Service your man, don't let him go.
I shall leave that thing. I'm a size 8, sexy with a great figure, the same way Kenneth has always said he liked me. The girls I even saw were nowhere near me. but he still followed them. Like how?
Oh my goodness. Please, I hope you have not told anybody. Please don't. We're your safe space. But not everybody's looking for your good. Some people are expecting this news so they can gloat. But God passed them. Girlfriend, wear some makeup. Buy yourself some clothes and enjoy yourself by yourself. When Kenneth finishes playing, he will come back.
I hear you, sis. I hear you. But this charade has to end somewhere, doesn't it? What's the use wearing anko and smiling in public when we have deep-seated issues? I will keep you guys posted. I appreciate you, sisters.
Sis, you must be devastated. I can't even pretend to understand how you feel. You don't deserve this, and I completely agree with you that you cannot continue as things are, whether you stay or go. I remember how hard your stance on cheating in secondary school, how you broke up with your boyfriend in school because he kissed one UDSS girl at a party. Those have always been your values. Just know this, whatever you decide, we are here for you. You will be fine. I will be praying for you.
Thank you, sis. It feels like a knife is churning through my insides and destroying everything in its wake. I know that I cannot stay in this condition. Not like this. My self-respect will not permit me. My children deserve better. Ken knows better. It's time for me to be true to my values. Oh, you remember Donald from FGC Law? It feels so long ago, over a decade, I believe. I still think of my school mom advising me to continue the relationship, that it was just a kiss. But I knew better then. Lord, help me to stay true even at this time. May I find the courage to do the right thing. That is really my sincere prayer. Last week, I moved out of the house with my 2 children. The last straw was our company lawyer. I saw them at a business cocktail making out. I had to ask the driver to take me home. He asked of my husband, but I told him to leave him as he was busy. I got my kids and moved in with Priye temporarily till I found an apartment to stay. Kenneth did not fight it. I think he was only concerned about the money and the children. I have made it clear that he could have access to them. I feel at peace because I had a plan. My soul sisters, true to their promise, have been with me through this, sending me money, meals, and love. All of them with their divergent opinions. Mary, the Spirit Coco, has called me every day since to pray with me. She is convinced Kenneth will wake up one day and see the light. Who knows? He may, but I will not hang around waiting. However, the prayers and many forwarded scriptures have brought me peace and strengthened my faith. Bukola, the blamer, is still trying to find the person or people that lured Kenneth down this path. She is convinced it is not ordinary. She kept sending me clues from her social media investigation of possibly guilty Lagos girls. I had to ask her to stop. I could not be bothered whose charm worked on him. I wondered more why he was so fickle. Njide, the sharp babe, made sure I got my finances in order. I only took about 30% of her advice, but it landed me a sizable chunk to start another business and be comfortable with the kids. I wonder how her husband does not know of her portfolio of investments. Aisha, I call her the submissive, No, let's make that the subservient, has been pleading with me. Bless her heart. She actually offered to go with me to beg Kenneth to take me back. I told her I respected her too much to put her through that. She's still trying to encourage me, saying she does not mind. I don't know how she does it. To diminish until only one person starts to matter in marriage is not how I planned my life. The shame avoider in your bunk is carrying enough shame for both of us. She keeps scouring blogs and posts to see if someone has found out about our breakup. I secretly feel she pities me. She vehemently denies any rumor. I don't know how she thinks that helps, but someday she will come to face the inevitable. Who knows? She may not want to associate with a divorcee in future. Her reputation and associations are very important to her. Priye, my even-keeled reasoner, is so in touch with her core and is always advocating staying true to yourself, no matter the circumstance or the situation. Even though her logic is sound, sometimes it can be annoying because all you want sometimes is a shoulder to cry on and a problem to mull over and linger on. Often we know the truth, but the courage to walk in it is lacking. Priye always lends you some of her courage to tide you over. You would not believe, Ivie, the Egbe Weja. The other day, we were at the Palms shopping mall when we saw Kenneth and the lawyer who I had nicknamed the Final Straw. Ivie rushed to accost them and was almost fighting, shoving and cursing. I sat down and laughed while Kenneth pried her away. I think she got a few shoves in. Don't ask me if it's right. I just know I enjoyed it. Literally, I have sisters who would go to war for me. Every woman looking to draw a line in the sand and set healthy boundaries needs friends and family like them.
You have just listened to If It Were Me Syndrome, a short story excerpt from A Line in the Sand by Bralade Koroye Emenanjo. Narrators, Bralade Koroye Emenanjo as Nadia, Rashidat Adekeyi as Aisha, Onome Erikewe as Priye, Azizat Shefunde as Njideka, Michelle Nayelugo as Ivie and Mary, Dorothy Abile as Inyobong, Feitola Mayomi as Bukola.
Virtual round of applause for all these beautiful people. Please tell me you're proud of yourself. Please tell me like, oh, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud for being a part of this.
I'm proud we did this. Well done, team.
Great one. So we're going to ask our visitors, right? Please, visitors, please give us your feedback on this story that you have just listened to. I know Erebi Nodi is a visitor. Priska Atta is a visitor. Eniola, I think, is a visitor. Mary Amako is a visitor. Please, can you give us your feedback? What do you think? Did you enjoy the story? What are your feedback for us, please? Our guests are shy.
Do we have shy guests? Please speak up. Please, this is where you were invited here. Please.
Please. You can unmute your mic and speak.
You don't have to turn on the video if you don't want to.
Yes, just your mic and speak. I can hear you.
Hello, good evening.
Hi. Hi.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Priska Atta, and I'm having a good evening listening to you. I didn't want to speak because I've got guests and I didn't want to, I know there will be noise at the background. So that's why, but I must assure you that I've had fun in the readings of the story, especially the last one. You know, it was quite intriguing. It was, I think I was watching an audio movie. You know, so it was quite imaginative, and thank you so much for that. It was really, really good. And your voices are so I don't even know the word to use. Your voices are so intriguing, really. So thank you for the beautiful renditions of all the stories.
Thank you.
Yeah, and to my energetic Ejiro, well done for what you're doing. And it shows that this audio thing, some of us should also try and be part of it, you know. And I just thought, let me listen in and see what it's about, really. And I must say that I've had fun this evening, and congratulations to all the graduates.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I know that you would have so many gigs that will require your beautiful voices to translate to us. Thank you so much.
It's there. Thank you. Thank you so much, Priscilla. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your feedback. I appreciate you. All right, and Yola, do you want to speak? Yeah.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes,
you're
ma.
welcome.
Yes, ma. Listening to the presentation, I must say that I feel enthralled. Like I was hoping to, okay, let me just leave because I have other things to do, but I just kept staying, like I want to listen to the end. And I must say that the voices like come in the different characters, and you know, you begin to imagine that how do you try to interpret something that you are not seeing. I'm not seeing visuals, but the audios were just bringing pictures in my head, and I can really picture how the presentations are. So I must really say it's a nice presentation. Congratulations to all the graduates in the house. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for honoring our invitation. Thank you. Madam Mary, do you want to say something? Or Erebi, do you want to say something?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, Coach.
Good evening.
It's good to see you on a different platform.
Oh.
Well, I came in a bit late, so I didn't get to listen from the beginning, but from the parts I was able to get, it was so real. I mean, this is like what happens in real life, especially the Spirikoko part, the one, you know, with investments and all that. It was like watching it on Netflix. It was really real. So kudos to everyone that was involved. Bralade, kudos to you and everyone that was involved. And congrats to all the graduates. Congrats. Is this a book? Is this something you can buy or listen to?
Yes, yes.
I'd really love to listen from beginning.
Absolutely. We are going to have it. We're going to have it on either Bralade's website or a place where everybody can go and listen to it, so that, you know, we want to spread the word so they know, oh, we are here. We are here. If you have jobs for us, bring it to. We are here. We have a whole community. So we're going to.
I'll be giving family discounts because as it is, I know 3 people. I know Bralade, I know Dorothy, Coach, I know you. So let me start honing in on my discount.
No problem, no problem. We'll work that out. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for honoring our invitation and for giving us this lovely feedback. Thank you. Madam Mary, do you want to say something? Madam Mary Amakwe, are you here? Or okay, I guess maybe she is not in a quiet place where she can talk. But thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you, we celebrate you. So guys, hey, congratulations, all of you. Congratulations, all of you people. Should I like present your certificate?
We can judge ourselves now, right?
Oh, definitely.
Those of us who were on them.
Yes, we can.
Let's do that.
Yes, we can. We can give ourselves feedback. But
Please,
should I
want feedback for sure.
Would you want me to display your cert, or should I just give it to you separately before we do our own like final feedback? Of course, there's a lot of feedback in it, so but
okay.
Yeah.
No, anyhow, it's fine. Yeah, anytime. Thank you.
So, who wants to go for the feedback before I do my own feedback? Oh yeah. Come and tell yourself the truth now. Come and flog yourself. For me, I think it's the technical part really, but I would like to hear from you. What do you have to say? You know, having worked on this from separate, having recorded from separate places and all of that. What are your thoughts? Seeing everything come together.
Yeah, basically, I think characterization to me is way above 50. I believe so. And then going by what you just mentioned as well, talking about the background, talking about the smoothness of the delivery. I think it's not, what's the word now? It's not leveled for each recording. And aside that, I don't know, except you hear from you, coach, to tell us where we need to just sharpen and make sure that as time unfolds, we get better at it.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. Any other person wants to share? If you have feedback for any particular character, you can give it as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just noticed that in the course of the audio playing, there were pauses. Like when I recorded mine, there was no pause in that particular place, and I noticed it was not just my voice. So maybe, I don't know, maybe someone was logging in or something. I don't know what happened.
Oh yeah, there were interferences. Yes. So when somebody mic goes on, you might have not heard a part from it. That's interference. Any other person?
Yeah, sorry, I noticed again mispronunciation of names. That's we must pay attention to as well. Yes, so that we get it right and not have a client turning a work back just because we mispronounced some names.
Absolutely. Any other feedback? Okay, in the absence
First of all, I thought that everyone did phenomenal. As a, like, just you guys just diving into it and tackling it, I think it was really brave. I think that hearing some of it, and when I heard myself over again, I was like, so slow. Can you hurry up? That's kind of how I felt with listening. But yeah, I would definitely like to get some feedback. I'm trying to think, who did Aisha or something? So good, just so good. I don't remember now. I'm thinking maybe I'll take notes of each one and write. But one thing I noticed is that we definitely had different levels of experience on with the characters, and it shows. But what I could tell was that fluidity, it was there. But our crispness, and I think that's part of the technical thing. I didn't hear any background noise before for mine, but it sounded a little muffled. So maybe part of that too was the environment, all of those things.
Did you record in a car?
Went to mobile. Yeah, well, when I say I recorded in the car, I went to one quiet park. When you told me yesterday was the last day, I was like, Jesus, I'm in trouble. I had like 30 people over at my house. I just drove to one quiet park and did it. And I didn't think there was any noise, but it's not the same thing when you have a mic in front of you on your laptop.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. I mean, given the time that we had to work on this, I give all of you kudos. Like, this was, you gave it your best shot, given the short time that we had to work on it. So the only other thing that I want you all to pay attention to, especially when it comes to working as a team on a particular work from different locations, this is very important that we pay attention to this. Number one is where you're recording. So you can hear when Buki, which is Feintola, I don't know where she recorded hers, but it was so echoey and there's nothing we can do about it. And that was what I explained at the beginning when we were talking about recording. Like, if you get it wrong from recording, there's probably nothing you can do again. Once it's recorded, there's nothing you can do. So it's like paying so much attention at the point of recording so that you get the best and clean recording in at that point, right? Then we could get away with this particular one because of the peculiarity of the story. Because the story already gave us a plot to say, oh, this is a group chat. And that's natural. Like, if you are doing a group chat via WhatsApp, everybody's not in the same place. There will be somebody that is on the streets and is still trying to be a part of the gist, and you will still record. Whether she's in the market, you will still record and want to be part of the gist. So because of the peculiarity of this particular story, we can get away with the different background and texture and all of that. We can get away with it. But imagine if the storyline was like a conversation between a husband and a wife, that they are supposed to be in close range, in proximity. But when you are at the point of recording, you're not in the same place. That's going to be really, really hard. Because it's going to be really hard because the two environments can never sound the same way. Like, even if you started recording and you stand up to go and ease yourself and you come back, those two takes can never be the same. It's just what it is with the environment, right? So, but the important thing there is that having that's why it's, it's suggested that, you probably use a studio, but even a studio, all studios are not soundproof the same way. They're not acoustically treated the same way. The microphone that you use also colors what the output is going to look like, right? So we can't really get it smooth, especially when you're working with different people as such. So, but when it is one story and one person narrating it, then it's a different ball game. You can always play around, the voices, changing the voices to know. But imagine one person trying to play almost 8 characters. There's no way the person would have pulled it off correctly. It would have just been better for the person to just use one voice and just tell the story. Do you understand? So these are some peculiarities that you need to understand when you're trying to work on any project. Look at, weigh the whole option and know and try and come up with what works best and explain it to the author, right? So if the author is particular, like, oh, I'll actually prefer that each character have their own voices, then you have to explain to the author that these are some of the things that might come up. Are you okay with it, right? Because at the end of the day, once this is edited in a way, the finished product meets the standard for the platform that is going to go on. Say for Audibles, we're able to, ensure that the noise floor is at the range they want it to be, the level is at the range they want it to be, then it's fine, it's good to go, right? But you just need to explain to the author that there might be differences because you and your team, you're not in the same place, you're not recording in the same studio, and so the sound cannot actually be the same. All right. So those are some of the things that we need to put into consideration. Then for the delivery, yes, I get it. And I intentionally see I could have sped up your delivery, Bralade, but in a way, I felt like the way you delivered it suited the character Nadia. So it felt like Nadia seemed to be like a phlegmatic person. She's very, she's not like Wahala. She's a bit reserved and all of that. So it's natural that, okay, she would take her time to talk and all of that. And that's why I didn't even speed it up. Otherwise, I could have cut whatever space is in it and speed it up, and it would look like, oh, you were speaking faster. But I felt like that's the way you delivered it, fitted into the character. So sometimes when you are also delivering the character, try to imagine what a character like that would sound like. And that was why when, you know, Michelle tried Mary and you know, when Michelle tried Mary and she did Mary and Ivie, you could see, like, you know, the first time she did it was like they were sounding the same. So you had to. So Ivie was a crazy girl. Mary was a sprikoko. So the only adjustment I could say for Mary is it could have been toned down a little bit more. I know you tried several times. I'm like, I'm not going to ask you to do the third time again before you say, what's wrong with this poll self? And because of time constraint, I'm like, you know what, let's just make use of that. But, you know, it's pretty cool. Yes, you can, but it was a bit too forceful, but it's still not so, it was a bit forceful, but also very high pitched. So it sounded very aggressive, right? So you could have just toned that down a little bit, but still be firm and still be, you know, assertive. So these are some of the things that we just need to pay attention to when we are doing projects and all of that, you know, for working as a team from different parts, from different places, just working as a team. But altogether, this was a good one. I mean, you heard it from our guests that said they wanted to hear the end of the story. But I also think that also alludes to the storytelling itself, right? The storytelling itself. The story was so good that even when you just try and push it a bit with giving it character life, it just makes it very, very interesting. All right. But thank you so much. You all did good. I'm proud of you. Like I told you, I wanna show you off. So we're going to have to arrange for how we're going to upload that. Bralade, I don't know if this is going to be one of the free audios for people. If it will be, then we can just have a place where it can be so that people can sign up to go download or listen to it. You can stream it if you don't want to download it. You can just probably upload it on SoundCloud, for example, and now people go listen to it and drop their feedback there. So everybody can then share that particular link to their communities and say, oh, this is a project that I worked on, right? You can share with people and people can go listen so that from that one source we can all get the stats of people who have listened to that particular work, right? So we can gauge, how well did this work do? So I think it should be great to be on a platform where people can comment, people can drop their feedback on it so that, you know, we can also use that as a way to get feedback for ourselves. Yeah, I'm thinking YouTube would be great, yes. Okay, no wahala. We'll sort that out by today. So that, because I want to show you people all say. So I'm going to have a clip of it. Maybe like a minute. I don't know how I'm going to do a minute clip, but I'll try and work something out just to capture some interesting part of it. Like a minute clip that we can all share on our Instagram pages or WhatsApp status, and then direct people to go and listen to the full story. All right. So thank you so much. Congratulations to you once again. I am so happy. Please, don't stop here. The journey just begun, like we just start work now. So let's know that, you know, we're together. If you're not a part of the Narrators on Purpose group, please join there so that we can always, you know, keep each other on tab. Remember, we're going on a week's challenge, you know, so that we can just kind of reiterate what we've been doing, all the suggestions we gave earlier. Let's see how we can work on them and put yourself out there or keep practicing just as a way of practicing. For example, you can use the Narrators on Purpose group to practice. It's within that space, right? So it's not going all out to the whole world. It's just within that space. So you can make your mistakes there, get feedback, and then get better before you then go out to show the world what you are learning. All right. So thank you so much. Congratulations to you. I would have loved to display your certificates, but no worries. I'm going to send to each of you. I'm going to send your certificates to each of you. So congratulations to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo! What do you have any message for me? Do you have any words for me? Please, I'm going to be asking you, please, give me. Welcome, Madam Mary. Do you want to say something, ma?
No.
Okay, all right, no problem. So please, I'm going to be asking for your feedback and your testimonials, video testimonials, text testimonials, or audio testimonials is even okay as well. Whichever works for you best. I'll be expecting that. I appreciate you. And please also, I'll be needing you to help me spread the word for the next batch, for the next cohort. Let's expand our family so that we have, variety of people from different parts of the world to be a part of this community, and we can begin to spread the word, especially about Africa and African books. We want to give life to it. My major goal is to help African authors leave a mark in the audiobook space, a digital footprint, and I'll be glad for you to go on that journey with me in whatever format or space within the whole audio space that you can be a part of it too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really, really love and celebrate you all. So who wants to give us a song? Let's dedicate, let's dance. Turn on your video, let's dance for a minute, and then we'll take a good picture and we can call it a night. Suggestion, song. Which song do you want me to dedicate to people? Hello? Is anybody there? Hello?
The same song keeps coming to mind.
Which song?
I know you will say no.
Happy, which one?
Of course you know.
Well, we are happy now. We are happy. So
the mood.
That is
the mood for me. Oh my God.
We are happy, so we can do that, no problem. Oh yeah, so you will now turn on your video and let's take a picture together, okay?
The one thing I'm telling other managers right now is to try Monday.com. Monday.com is a platform.
Who's ready?
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air.
Ooh, I love your swag, girl.
Because I'm happy. I'm alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. I'm alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Yeah, give me all you got, don't hold it back. Yeah, well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. Yeah, no offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. Your love is too high, bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. I said, bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. Your love is too high, bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. The love is too high to bring me down. Can't nothing bring me down. I said, cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Yes. Thank you so much. So let's take a group picture now. Strike a pose, strike a pose, strike a pose, strike a pose, say cheese. Is everybody ready? Cheese, turn on your video for a minute. Let's take a picture together. Say cheese, say cheese. Yes, cheese. Michelle, are you ready? This kind of cheese where you close eye finish. So. Oh yeah, I'm ready. 1, 2, 3. Rashida, where is your cheese now? Where is your cheese now? Cheese you don't know. Cheese you don't know. Where is your cheese now? Okay, one more. Say cheese.
People should wait for you. I'm busy. My background is not fine. Leave me, I'm watching. I'm sorry.
Just make light shine on your face. That's it. Just make
okay,
light.
Let me find a better place.
Yeah.
I'm in Lagos.
Fine face. Fine woman.
Working.
Oh no, are you able to turn on your video? Michelle, are you able to turn on your video? Any other person able to turn on their video? We're going in. Yay! Good to see you, Michelle. Hi. Yeah. Oh no, are you able to join us?
Taking this selfie.
No, wait. I'm not taking no. I'm waiting for you to join. Let's go in. Oh, yes, Dorothy. Better background. It's brighter. Use this one so that your face is brighter. Okay, I'll go in 3, 2, 1. Say cheese. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you for it.
I had fun. Thank you. And I met amazing people here for the first time, all of you. And I am glad. Even if I know I'm going to do something with this.
You have to. I will pursue you.
I learned a lot. The teamwork, it's made it more fun. I'm beginning to understand myself, where my strength lies. I think it won't be in editing yet. So I will take on the affirmations just like you suggested. And and I'll see where this leads us. Nice to meet you all again. Zazie, Dorothy, Bralade, Michelle, Beryl, Eniola, Erebi, I'm sorry, Onome, I hope I pronounced it well, Priska, and Mary.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. That's it for today. Thank you for being a part of the audiobook camp part 1. Part 2 is starting on the 25th. So please help in spreading the word. I'm going to share the poster on the group so you can share with your status and share with friends and family. Yeah, God bless you. Thank you so much. But please don't forget to fill the feedback form as well. Thank you to everybody who has filled it and to those who have also sent in their testimonials and celebrate you. Thank you. Love you so much. Love you so much. Love you. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Nice meeting every one of you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.